chills. My drilling code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm in.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Wait, 20! Right there, 54 Mike. Check back, check back. Check. Kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On first down, it's Vaughn, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
65.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Brady's throw there complete, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play to just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Watch the safety creep. 72.
On second down now, it's Vaughn. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, alert 3. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. When he hits.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Give me some.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. This a 33-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
This is Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it's caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1.
That's a great spot to be.
Break that. Wait, 20. 54 Mike. Alpha. D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady.
Switch gears.
There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Come on, fellas. Wait, that. Run 80. Run 80. I'm coming.
They'll run on 1st down. Vaughn. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check three.
On 2nd down now, it's Vaughn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Brady. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Switch the team. Watch the run.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Short throw to Disley. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. Monday Night Football, the Cowboys. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wide 20. Check 13. Check 13. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, hit. Wait, what hit?
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wait, set. Wide, 80. Mike by 4. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 53 Linda.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Slam. Hey, 166.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 66.
Now they'll run on the draw. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Fresno. Hey, second.
Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Brady now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Vaughn, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Carson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Let's go, baby.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are right. Impressive 7-game.
Double time, double time. Hey, set. 380. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the curve, watch the curve.
Shadow.
Check 24.
Alert. Check it.
Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own.
380. I got you, pump. Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
6. Touchdown, baby. Woo!
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So the